This is the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet together for your amusement. This is episode 127, posted January 2018. To the Sinkhole!
All right, so we're taking a short rest here?
You tell me.
I don't know, it's only like mid-morning.
I think we should take a short rest.
We do more in half a morning than most people
Most
do.
people do all day.
The helm at high sun.
Sure.
Really?
Maybe?
Nope, that's not where you're staying. I don't know where you're staying.
We did go there, but I don't think we are staying there.
Then
Yeah,
you
I
are
think
staying at the Swinging Sword Inn.
Because I do
Yep.
not. I don't think we
the
visited
list
the helm
in the
at
Adventure
Hudson
Journal
until
says
the
number
second
2
day.
is Swinging Sword, parentheses, hour in.
Ah, there you go. That's wewhere you're staying. Good work, team.
Good job, Tony.
Way to work that out. All right, short rest.
So you come in. Kalessa
maybe not
is
short rest.
very. She's still there, and she says, "Did you hear about the sinkhole?"
No.
Hear about it? We went in that thing.
What?
And
I'm
save the
just
children of Kled.
All of the children of Kled fell into the sinkhole?
Well, not all of them, but some of them.
Like a Kanksworth.
Fewer than if we had not been there.
No, right. I mean, we were seen by the locals
Cannot.
jumping into the hole and helping the kids get out, right?
Yeah.
So we're heroes.
You're local heroes. She doesn't know though, so she's well.
We are heroes, right? Like, this isn't one of those crazy towns where you want to kill kids,
These
right?
kids, they don't like kids in Kled
That,
So
why
much
do you
chocolate
have
and
kids then?
pleasure.
because they are fun to torture.
Oh my god.
This town is.
Real problems.
There's so much I don't understand about the caravan business.
She says, "Well, great, you guys really earned your keep. Tonight, you stay for free and you drink and eat for free. As my thank you,
Challenge
to the people
accepted.
of
You're going to
Kled.
regret that.
I'm all drinks for 3 every night.
Drink a reasonable amount for free.
Define
Who
reasonable.
decide what reasonable?
I do.
Give me your most reasonable drink.
Any other news that's not Sinkhole related in Kled today?
The sinkhole is kind of the big news of the day.
All right. We'll wait for the afternoon edition of the Kled Times.
Yeah, it's a 24-hour news cycle.
That's right.
Should we take
Elementals are killing sinkholes.
Can we
Although you will remember that she said, I think you talked to her, and she said that she noticed some of the Kledians were looking frightened and furtive.
you
and
Kledians.
tersely turning aside innocent queries. And she named Melico, the stonecutter, and Luthril, the tanner, as 2 of them.
We definitely have talked to them. Can we rest while drinking a reasonable amount?
Yes.
Okay.
Short rest successful.
Woohoo! I'm just gonna
Yay.
make.
All right, so since we're all gathered together, I will play the Song of Rest. So if you're going to spend any hit die, you get an extra 1d6 HP.
1d6 per hit die.
No, total.
Once. Okay.
Can you remind me
What
how
my
hit die
hit
work,
yeah.
please?
Roll a hit die, which is based on your class.
Yes.
Add your
You
constitution.
it should be in your hit dice box there that tells you which die you use
And if it
how
doesn't,
many you have.
Just
Aline's maybe blank.
I can tell you what they are.
Mine, yeah, I have the number of hit dice, but
Yours
not what
is a
it is.
6.
6, okay. And
Sorry,
Kachka,
no,
you
yours
granted
is
us
a 4.
You
Mine's
each
4.
get an additional 1d6. Do I roll that to see how effective
I can
that
roll
is?
it.
Everybody can roll it themselves if they like.
All right, everybody roll it yourselves because I just rolled a 1.
Okay, so
6.
And everybody has, you're level 5, you have 5 hit die, and they are based on...
I have 3 left.
Oh, there you go.
I'm at full health.
Excellent.
So I'm gonna roll 1.
It has been a while since we've done a short rest. Is it true that nothing happens to my spell slots on a short rest?
That is true.
Nothing happens to your... The
I
only
think
thing that happens is
there are
hit
things
dice.
I could take that make it so something happens, but by
Yes.
default, nothing happens, huh?
Correct.
I should really invest in those things because I'm in big troubles.
And we only get hit dice back when we do a long rest, right?
And you get half your
Half of
hit,
them back.
hit dice total back. So you're short rested. People have hit points back. Regdar is still low on spells.
I don't know what you're talking about, officer.
Regdar, you can
Yeah, I'm
take this
out of
opportunity
spells.
to put your vase back in your room. If you
Oh,
like.
nice.
And I don't know what you're gonna do with the crystals.
How
Discs.
big are they're actually? You said they were frisbee sized.
They are.
Do you know how big a frisbee is when you say that?
I do.
Okay.
They are
175 grams.
Reference acknowledged.
Oh.
Yeah. Should we walk around with these?
Seems bad.
I mean, I feel like if we leave them in our room, that's basically inviting theft. Also, this town's garbage. Just
Yeah,
among
we could
friends.
determine
I mean, it seems suspicious that probably these were liberated from the. Tell me about these gems, Dungeon Master. Are these just things that every halfling would be happy would have, or is this like a signifier of probably someone acting on behest of the halfling tribal government?
Correct. So they're
Okay.
kind of ceremonial trading.
Yeah. So this isn't just like a bunch of halfling money.
No.
This is like a treasury bill from the halfling treasury.
Basically.
So seems like probably these were taken from the people we were looking for,
Probably.
which suggests that those people probably either were murdered or made very good friends with these people in a quick amount of time and then were murdered.
Yes.
I believe so.
Well, it would be great if we found some corpses. I mean, not great.
Whoa.
'Cause,
Recall that we met a
Ulal
half
can-
orc.
What is going on?
It would confirm our suspicions if we found some corpses, but this is, I mean, it
Remember,
seems like
Tony, we met a half orc in the tavern who had a scuffle with those guys.
Yeah.
So it's possible that the receiving of these crystals happened at that time, and maybe they just got passed around town or something.
But right now, it seems like, yeah. I mean, so you're suggesting the Delvers are only currently guilty of receiving stolen property and not murder.
Well, I'm not really suggesting anything. I'm just saying it's an
Okay, I'm just saying
possibility.
who appointed you their public defender. So, Kachka Khan, attorney at law. I would watch that Cartoon Network show.
Sure.
It's basically Zorak and Birdman together. So,
What are we doing, guys?
yeah. Presta, Carlos, what do you?
I don't know. We could walk around the town some more.
Yeah, I have
Just
no
cruising
spells
for a
left,
fight?
and I've used all my hit dice.
Maybe we should go
So-
see Melico and see what he's up to.
Maybe we could wander into the waste. Just, you know,
True.
just everybody pick a different direction and that way.
We'll find it. We also have mysterious robes and masks that you could perhaps have identified.
We could have them identified, or I did think that we could all just put them on and walk right through the main street of the town and see what happens.
That sounds like a Carlos plan.
I think
if
we
I've
should wait
ever
till
heard
twilight at least to because like
We might want to have
We'll
the
be-
long rest before that.
Also,
actually.
I really wanted in magic hour.
we'll also be slightly more convincing after dark. So
Or we could go back to what was the doofy guy and just be like, hey, look at the sweet robes we got and see what he can tell us about them.
You know, we've
the-
just been offered free drink for the night, so maybe night starts now, is what I'm thinking.
it's always 9:00 somewhere.
we can also
Kachka.
say that it's the next day, unless you want to do anything in particular today.
Well, then we would have just taken a long rest.
These robes. I mean,
Which
the
we
robes.
still can.
The robes don't have a tag that says "made at local robe shop number 7."
they do not.
Okay, just taking.
They're not made out of like tanned hides, right?
That's not how robes work.
Never know.
They are dun-colored cloth robes.
Stop saying "done."
That is the color that they are.
I'm just it makes me uncomfortable.
All right.
Tony doesn't like endings.
Aw.
I think we should just take a long rest and come back to.
I feel like maybe we
this
should talk
tomorrow.
to someone else, but I don't know.
Got a lot
Really,
of
we should see,
We could
see what
we could have some
Luthor
drinks.
and Melico are up to now that their
Yeah.
cavern has
We
been
can go back to the
collapsed into.
sinkhole
everything
too
either.
and see if
Oh yeah,
see
that's a good idea.
See if that
Anyone's
sinkhole cleared up.
yeah.
Like
see
they
if-
put out
yeah,
some
they
orange
might-
cones
they're,
around
they're
it.
standing over there going, I don't know,
Yeah.
those adventurers just went down there and disappeared. And they never, whoa, wait a second, right behind me.
We like go up like peer behind over them, like
Yeah,
oh
we
yeah,
can at
that,
least-
that looks
we can at
bad.
We can at least find out if the kid made it out of the sinkhole.
Yeah.
He just ran off towards a
That's
big
true.
open hole in the ground.
That's what kids do.
Yeah, I think we use the rest of our day
Dumb
kind of
kids.
just walking around town and seeing what's going on with the sinkhole and checking in with people. Nothing too severe, but just checking in.
I think
And maybe we can
Josephine-
figure out who that kid belonged to. I assume he wasn't from a different town.
OMG. He is from Kled, and you remember his name, and his name.
Oh yeah,
is...
I definitely remember his name. His name was
Bobby
Braylon.
pinned under a rock.
Braylon.
Reland, yeah.
And
That's
he
what I was gonna
told
say.
you that he was there as a punishment for being disobedient from the believers. He failed to deliver a message from his father, Rothar Hatherhand, to Ilmeth Wevler.
This kid is just making stuff up.
It was a slip of paper the boy did not read. His father is a believer. He told you a list of people he knows to be believers. I will tell you that list.
Yeah, that's great.
He told us all this stuff?
I think he did.
Yeah, he sounds really...
Did he not tell you any of these things?
Yep, all this. He told us all of this.
Let's go to the tip.
Yes, he did.
Well, you find him, and he
We
says,
had a
"Hey,
long conversation.
thanks for saving me from Grud. Let me tell you a bunch about the believers."
It's about the believers.
I'm a believer.
The unfortunate thing is we're sending this kid back to his dad, who initially sent him down there to be sacrificed.
Well,
Are you suggesting we adopt him,
The boy
Steve?
has to
Because
learn
I
his
couldn't agree
lesson.
more.
Yes, let's do that.
he tells you Bargatus Harbuckler is a believer. He is the old man who died in the hallway.
I don't trust this kid.
He's dead. Marlandro Gelker is a believer.
Nope, that's a fake name.
And he is a purveyor of tools in.
Yeah, he's a
Okay, who isn't?
And Ilmeth Wevler is also a believer, and that person is. I don't remember what they are, but they are
You're a believer.
They are a believer, and they own one of the businesses, most likely.
Well, we should ask that kid what being a believer is all about. Hey, kid, what's being a believer all about?
Seems like it's mainly just like a Chamber of Commerce deal.
He
I
turns
could
around
tell
and
you.
says,
I could tell
"Lights,
you
please."
in a song.
He will tell you.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales, etc. You know how it goes.
I don't.
That was
Meant for someone
that's
else.
But
all
not
we
for
can
me.
legally say.
Love was out. No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that. I just wanted to pick up the
That's
microphone.
the way it seems.
and then I saw some rocks.
Now I'm a believer. The believers are a secret group. This is what the child tells you. Made up of some of the most important people in town. They guard the moving stones and make sure no one disturbs the delvers who are entombed there. The believers watch the moving,
Oh, those are the Delvers.
the believers watch the moving stones carefully because it's a bad sign when they move, and they have to figure out what it means to avert danger.
They're gonna be really frightened when they
Well,
go down
maybe-
there.
yeah.
That'll keep them busy.
It would have been great if we had spelled something with.
So, yeah. So have they not? I want to know. Do they just not realize that the floor is simply enchanted, and anytime somebody stamps on the floor accidentally, then the rocks start moving, or
You,
don't
or
think
do
you
the
should-
rocks sometimes move on their own legitimately?
you say this to Brillin? He says,
Yeah.
"Oh, there's magic down there."
I
Yeah.
slump.
Nope.
Not the sharpest townspeople.
I didn't know there was magic down there.
I mean, magic
I
is
asked-
still
I asked
magic.
him-
Now you.
I asked
are
him,
a believer.
No, we said it's tragic down there.
No, I said
Reland-
magic. There's magic down there.
Reland, do you believe in magic?
I believe in magic.
No, we said crab
young
juice.
girl's
It's
heart.
full of crab juice down there. Don't go down there.
I asked the kid
He says
what
Grund
happens if
is not a believer.
the Delvers get disturbed.
Oh, don't disturb the Delvers.
Yes.
Bad things happen to Kled if when the Delvers are disturbed.
Like
Like
sinkholes?
Sinkholes, the elements are acting crazy. The rocks have been moving in weird ways. The believers are trying to figure out what it means. They seem to be moving more and more every day.
Except that nobody had been bothering the Delvers, and the elementals were moving more and more.
Technically,
so I
we
feel like the
don't-
logic doesn't.
We
match.
don't know that nobody bothered the Delvers.
That's a fair point.
That's
Fair
true. You
point.
don't
They
know what
they
a
didn't look
Delver's
bothered.
natural state is.
Yeah, they were all alive before we got there.
Oh,
I know my
geez.
father is very agitated. He's been saying that the stones have been moving more and more.
Should we go talk to his dad? Like when we return him?
Well, first of all, we got to shake our finger at him and go, "Don't send your kid to be sacrificed because he didn't deliver a message, dude."
Don't tell people how to parent.
I mean, maybe his dad doesn't know that happened to him. Nope.
He says, my dad sent me down there.
Okay, never mind that.
He said that it's a just punishment, and I believe him. I messed up. My bad.
Were they going to kill you?
No. That's,
Oh, you were just
what?
pinned under that rock.
What kind of people do you think we are? I was just going to be down there without food or drink for 3 days and 3 nights, the traditional punishment For a minor infraction.
A minor infraction or a minor infraction?
Yes.
Or a
Yeah, don't
minor.
infract
I am a
minors.
minor.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a minor injury.
Yeah, well, don't become a miner because mining kills.
Yeah, we found that.
We found out, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
We're going to spend the rest of the day putting together some.
Do they allow miners to become miners in
informational
Kled?
materials?
Or
Well, there's
are
minor
there child labor
minor
laws?
Minor labor laws.
Well, what happens is you go to college first, and then you
Major in
you can
mining?
you can take a major, but
A
really
major in
everyone
mining?
minors. Yeah,
Minoring in
If you're
mining?
lucky, you might get a football. You might get a football scholarship.
too fast, Cody. Too fast.
You might get a football scholarship for the 40 minors.
There are that many minors.
All right,
Yeah.
well, that ends that.
That's hilarious.
That ends that.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
that's what you learned at the School of Mines and yours.
Yeah, well, if you'd gone to the School of Mines, we wouldn't have had to hear that at least.
Look, I'm just sad that they got rid of minor actions in this edition.
Yeah. Everything in Kled is a minor action.
So what are you doing?
Basically cracking jokes. What are you doing?
Around.
Waiting.
Basically cracking
no
jokes, but not
idea.
really.
Yeah, these are pretty basic. Braylor wanders off and says, "Thanks again for saving me."
Yippee!
Yippee.
You got it, kid.
Saving
wizard.
you from your just punishment.
Well, you know.
If you thought it was so just, why'd you ask for help?
Well, thank you for reminding me of my point of view. Thanks for interfering with believer business. I'm gonna go tell my dad.
Oh, good.
Let's follow him to see where he goes, so we can at least know where his dad is at.
So you follow. Do you want to just openly follow him, or are you being
Well, we'll stroll along as though we are just
We
checking
were-
out the
Happen to
town.
go in the same
We
direction.
were going in that direction anyway.
So this is kind of like one of those everyone's favorite family circus editions when you follow Billy around the dotted line
Around Kled.
around Kled.
He's like going over fences, and he
he's
stops to
going-
pet a dog.
Yep, he pets a kank.
Yeah, I was gonna say here it's like a giant insect.
He pops into the bakery and gets some
He
of those
pets me?
famous buns.
Spends a couple hours at the tavern. It's a real problem here in Kled.
What?
He goes down a
You
mine
didn't tell me they had
shaft.
famous buns here. I'd like to get some famous buns.
Oh dear.
Carlos is well aware of the famous buns.
Well, we can fill a whole hour on Steve Lutz talking about his famous buns.
We could, at least.
That's right.
Something on the map
All right.
marked 21 that I don't think we've checked out yet that we might want to go. I'm trying
It's
to
a
think if
gaming
there's
hall.
anything.
And so-
Casino.
You find he goes into a house, and now you know where he lives.
Great.
Wow, now we
knock
now,
on- we
now,
knock on the
now we
door.
seem
He lives in
creepy.
a
Should we like knock us?
Whoa, hey!
Whoa. Not that kind of game.
So far.
Yeah, we knock on the door and say, we know where you live.
Are
we
you gonna knock
followed
on the
you.
door?
Yeah, you know what Kled's missing is a creepy mafia that's played by us.
It's true.
we could be
We got the
running.
robes.
We could be running this town.
Robe time.
I don't want to. This town is garbage.
Says you.
They have two taverns right across the street.
Guys,
from
I
each
just
other.
want to go
I'm
back
okay
to
with
tier.
No one ever
We
says
could.
that.
I mean, I want to complete the task we were sent here and go back to tier.
I feel like we need to seriously interrogate somebody about the halfling discs. that we
Just
found.
anybody.
And I'm just anyway. Next person.
What do you know about the halfling disc?
But I don't feel like we are in a great position of strength to do that right now because whoever it is could get defensive and call for backup of some sort, and we might get killed.
Well, what did we find when we went to the sinkhole? Did we find anything? Have we done that yet?
You did not. You got distracted by a young child.
Story checks out.
Yeah. All right, to the sinkhole.
To the sinkhole.
To the
I'm
sinkhole.
curious as to whether any of the if they're still holding people back from going in or what's going on.
They set up slip and slides now. Oh man, a dark sun slip and slide. It's not really slippy.
full of
It's
rocks.
just gravel
Yeah.
and slide.
Just dive into
It's
a sand
dust.
pit.
It's dust.
They
It's
use.
exfoliating. It's
It's like the long jump, really.
Yeah,
nice skin treatment.
exsanguinating too is the problem.
Oh dear. Let me just find that page.
The slip and slide page.
Yes, it's slippery to keep a hold of. All right.
There are
here we
very many pages of rules on the slip and slide.
That's
in Dark
right.
Sun.
go. No one
And so,
has survived.
No waiver. Can't
Do a
solve
dexterity
that.
saving throw.
So you approach the sinkhole. You notice that the crowd has dispersed. It's been You did a short rest or an hour. Then you followed a small child across town. That probably took 45 minutes to 50 minutes. So
When you say it like that, it sounds a little creepy.
Yeah.
You were looking at his famous buns.
I was not.
We cannot release this one now.
I hope Eric is over there making like editing notes. Like that times.
So it's been a couple hours, is what I'm saying. And the crowd is dispersed. There are a couple of constables who have been stationed to make sure that no one falls into the sinkhole.
Do they look familiar at all?
They do not. You have not met them. They're standing there. One is a dwarf, and one is a human.
Let's not mix it up with the law.
Do we want to talk to that one constable that we saw down there?
No. He's not. Is he present?
He is not present.
Yeah.
I think the
No.
constables are
How about
doing their
now?
best not to learn too much, so I doubt
He is
we'll get
not
much
present.
information
Yeah.
from him.
Letting a constable know your name is bad. Then they have power over you.
Me name
Identity theft is a serious crime.
Huamlo, me Regdar.
Magic missile.
All right.
Zip. Sob.
So I would recommend we drop by either Meliko's or Luthor's place to see what they're up to. We know
You
they're...
mean just like nonchalantly, or
Well, I mean, somebody should drop
When-
by
Some
and...
Have you
sinkhole.
ever seen us be nonchalant?
Yeah, what do you think? Like half Shalot?
I think we're chalanting it up.
we could pop in and say, look, we don't really care what you're up to here. You've got your own thing going on, but we'd like to know where you got these discs from.
And they would be
I'm
like,
just worried that might lead to another armed confrontation, which we're not prepared for.
I gotta be honest, I'm not too hot on staying the night in the tavern and resting when we know that we're surrounded by people that might want us dead.
I mean, we sleep in tier all the time.
I was gonna say, yeah.
We could also
Most of the places we go.
It seems like maybe camping outside of town somewhere might be a smarter move.
if you remember, we went to that cave that seemed.
We
fairly
could go back to the
peaceful.
Trickle Rock.
Trickle
Because
Rock.
remember, we're the Trickle Rock gang.
Oh,
now,
we're the
apparently.
Trickle Rock gang.
Yes.
Sure.
Don't forget.
So many regrets.
Uh-huh.
The
Yep, now you're getting it.
So we want to cancel our reservation at the tavern so don't get charged for a one-night stay.
It's free. We
It
get
is
free
free.
drinks and free.
Oh, that's
bed
right.
tonight.
Oh, wait, never mind. We're
It's
staying.
comped.
We're
Yeah.
staying.
God.
Murder, you say. Worried about getting assaulted, you say. Free drinks, you say. Priorities are important.
Forget all that other stuff.
All right, Scott wants us to figure out what the heck we're doing.
You guys can do whatever you want.
Not really?
Really? Anything? We wrote
One vote for chilling at the pub and starting our free bar tab.
That
I mean,
is
it might not be a
thing
bad
you can
idea
do.
to just chill at the pub and see, what we can
See
pick
what
up
happens.
in
Yeah,
the way
I
of
agree.
scuttlebutt, without
scuttlebutt.
instigating anything, if we can help it.
I have to make up some
That
stuff.
famous scuttlebutt.
Scott, roll on the scuttlebutt table.
Something happens.
A tremor shakes the ground.
Ooh.
It's more foreboding than I wanted it to
Yeah, every
be.
time we dilly-dally too long, Scott makes the ground open up beneath us.
That's true.
You're
One of us
whisked
There's a
is
away.
trend.
swallowed by a sinkhole.
So there was talk of going to 21, talk of going to the inn.
21.
21 was another quarry, wasn't it? It was something boring.
I thought it was a caravan loading area or something.
It's a cul-de-sac.
I don't think you visited 21.
Scott, tell us about 21.
21.
I will tell you that it is a muddy,
Fifth
well-used
and
field
Broadway.
ringed with outhouses and rings of stone
I am super glad we
that
came
have
here.
obviously been used as cook fires or trash burn sites many times in the past. Once a 10-day, it's crowded with wagons from nearby farms. Farmers drive in from miles away to sell all manner of things that are not available on Attis in this description, but they sell Athasian versions. On the other 9 days of the 10-day, only one Kledian is here. He is currently, we'll say he's here. It is your one and only friend. You see him as you're walking in. Grund. He is standing there.
See, I told you we were going to leave. We left, see?
Just kind of hanging out.
Grund, me old friend. Good to see you.
You left.
Yes.
We said we would.
We hope we didn't get you fired.
Well, that was more of a kind of internship. I was an unpaid position, because
You like unpaid internships? We have
Just an opportunity for you.
can't disturb the Delvers.
Sure.
Yeah, we have how
We hear that?
Have you ever heard of a pyramid before?
I am unfamiliar with a pyramid.
We
is
have
it?
what we call a
We have-
pyramid business opportunity.
We have one we'd like to sell you.
Yes.
I don't have a lot of money.
We're gonna help you get a lot of money.
Yes. But remember, it takes money to make money.
I don't have any money.
You said you didn't have a lot.
Well, the money I have is I'm saving.
Grund,
Pickles
business lesson
for your
101.
business.
Don't get caught in a simple lie about how much money you have.
Very confused.
That business lesson will cost you how much money
Harbuck
you
is
have?
very angry.
What the hell are we doing here, guys?
Yeah,
I don't
I'd
know.
like to know.
Look, I found a patsy we could rip off. What more do you want from me?
Harbuck is angry.
I didn't bring us to this muddy field.
I don't know. I told him I had nothing to do with those bodies, so you should back me up on this one if he asks you.
Oh, we'll happily do
Grund,
that.
We also
wire.
didn't
Yeah,
have anything to
because-
do with them.
to do
We
with
will
the
tell them that the
bodies.
Delvers got up off their slabs and came in and killed a bunch of guys.
Say,
Just-
Grund.
Did you see the Delvers move?
Yes.
No.
Did we?
No.
No.
No. Anyway, good question. Grund, you ever seen one of these before? I show him the frisbee.
No.
How about this? I show him the dagger.
Well, Grund is pretty dope.
How about
Dagger.
this? And I show him my famous buns.
That's quality.
I have regrets.
All
Pretty
the
sure I don't
responses
have
wanna
any
use, I
buns,
shouldn't
actually.
use.
I don't think that's a
Grund
pre-green thing.
It's more of
has a blank
carapace.
expression on his face. He has
As usual.
does not. He says, "Is this a dagger before me?"
I stab him.
Oh no!
Is
I
this
do
a
not
dagger in
stab
me?
him. I do not stab him.
So who's
Hey,
your
let's to the pub, then.
who's your boss in the Believers? Who's your direct report?
I am. Well, I reported to Burgess. He's dead now.
Was that the black?
That was the
Stone.
old man.
Okay,
man.
no,
Oh,
that
the
guy.
old
Never
man.
mind.
Oh.
The old man.
We didn't want to kill him. We didn't kill him. What happened?
No, he didn't.
You did not
The
kill
cleric
him.
did.
Yes, the cleric.
That's right.
killed
He
him.
was caught up in the shatter backlash,
Grund.
right?
You
Yes.
see cleric?
Cleric. Where?
In,
There's one in the.
No,
the-
in tunnels.
Where are the tunnels?
Underground.
One of us is an idiot. I'm not sure which one.
Does it have to only be one?
No.
I got it pegged at 1 3/4 right now.
The tunnels with the Delvers.
like the one place we've met you.
Oh, I've got a lot of going on in my mind.
Oh, grunge.
Well, there was this guy. I think you might be talking about Leric.
I really thought
Leric the cleric?
It's not what he goes by.
Look, I understand this is
is
a
now.
fantasy realm filled with magic and mystery and curiosity, but really, Leric the cleric?
He's not actually a cleric. His name is Charles Lerick. He just uses C as an
C. Lerick.
abbreviation.
And he's been helping the believers.
You didn't answer my question.
That is his name. He has been helping the believers decipher the movements of the stones. He knows a great deal about stone for some reason.
Where can we find
Is
him?
he from? Is
I
he
don't
from
know.
here?
He is not from around here.
How long's he been in town?
He has been in town for nigh on 5 weeks.
Oh, nigh on 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Do we remember how long ago that half orc ran into those dudes out in the desert?
It's 2 weeks, I believe.
Sure, 2 weeks.
14 days or
All right.
Where?
So, this dude
So you not know where we find Leric the cleric?
No, he would show up. He one day. It's a funny story. I was down.
Me listening.
was down in the tunnels, making sure nobody disturbed the Delvers. While the believers were trying to ascertain what's the ascertain is not a word I should be using. Figure out what the stones were trying to tell him, and he just appeared.
I'm willing to believe Grunt has like a word-a-day calendar. And ascertain was yesterday's word.
And they couldn't ascertain what it was that they meant. But Leric said that he could help them decipher And so he's been telling the believers what the stones and the delvers want them to do.
He must meet believers somewhere.
Yeah, in the stone
But
chamber.
he not live down there.
Well, he just appears, and we don't know how he gets in there. Well, I don't know, I should say. I don't want to be above the station. I don't know what the
Interesting.
believers know.
Perhaps he have some sort of secret tunnel.
What?
Perhaps.
There are secret
Hypothetically.
tunnels?
I'm also a word of the day count.
Can you ascertain where this secret tunnel is?
Hypothetically.
Nice work, both of you. Nice work.
Inspiration for both of you.
I'm real proud.
Yeah, I mean, the believers don't really tell me much. They tell me where to go, tell me what to do. They don't really, they pay me every once in a while. But
thought it
Sounds
was
like
an
a great
internship.
gig, dude.
well, everyone, I don't really know how internships work. Somebody told me it was an
Okay.
internship.
What if
then
we
I could
offer
put it
you
on my resume.
new employment opportunity where when believer tell you things, you tell us what they told you,
You spread the good word of the
and
believers.
we kick in.
The believers don't really spread good word.
Little-
They're just looking out for Kled.
We give you a little bit of copper for stuff you tell us that they tell you.
Oh, I could use some copper.
We have some.
We have some.
Ooh, can I have it?
If you tell us what they tell you,
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, fellas and ladies and insects. They don't really tell me much.
but you say they tell you what to do.
They tell me what to do. Do you want me to tell you? They generally they always go like, Gled, you go over there. You push this lever. If when people come in, they don't say, I'm a believer.
Let me level with you, Grun. You not tell us much, we not pay you much, so really work
seems
out
fair.
for both of us.
All right, where I will do this.
Excellent.
I like the cut of your ascertain.
Sounds
Hypothetically.
about right.
Where should I go if a believer tells me something?
Leave
Where will I
message
find
for
you?
us at Swinging Sword.
Oh, the swinging sword. It's right across from the helmet high sign.
It is.
All right, and then
Okay.
he just
Bye.
wanders off into
Bye,
the desert.
It seemed into the desert, dead, never to be seen again.
Very dark.
The guy could not even take care of himself. Well, it seems to me that if Lyric the Cleric is appearing randomly, and I'm guessing that he is just walking in by the tunnel, he's got to be staying somewhere in town. So perhaps
And I mean, and
Likely.
he knows the secret entrance that comes from the quarry, which so you'd think that it's Melico's quarry, right? So
Yes.
I would
Although
assume Melico knows about it.
except it sounds like the believers just kind of buy that he like shows up randomly, right? Like
Well, Grund does.
fair.
So the impression I get is that the believers think that they are doing the right thing for the town.
Mhm.
They aren't up to any really sinister or evil purpose, and we might be able to go ask Melico without him flipping out about
True.
this random dude that came and may or may not be helping them.
There is the whole like carving things into people's heads thing.
But they're
That
dead
just might be
people's
part of
heads,
theirs.
right?
Yeah,
No, those carvings were made when those people were alive.
Oh.
I'm wondering if Lyric is like using the believers as patsies, basically.
Probably.
It sounds like it. Snake oil salesman.
Or sneak oil salesman, depending on your...
Right, I'm out.
That was the line?
It just builds up over time, Dan.
That was the line that broke Steve's back.
That was it.
Who's the cleric who cons everyone in Kled? Lyric the cleric.
Nope.
Nope. All right. I'm working on it.
All right. So I see
Monorail.
we check in with Malico.
Or Luthor, either one, but
I think
Melico's the
Melico
one who
seems
owns
a
the
good guess.
quarry.
Yeah, let's go find him.
Okay.
Her.
Let's
Her.
go find her. Amal has a lot of trouble with gender. He
A
doesn't
lot of
see-
that going around.
Amal doesn't see gender.
Like literally, he can't.
literally
it's a problem.
has no
It's a mental
idea.
problem.
There could be some advanced gene therapy that can fix that.
Not on Apis.
They just rub sand in your eyes.
That is why he cannot see gender.
All right, come back in 2 weeks and I'll rub more sand in your eyes. You go to Melico's Stoneworks, which you will remember the quarry pit is just behind a house that has a sign that reads Melico Stoneworks, which is the business office. And there you go. Where are you going?
Business office.
To the business office?
Yeah.
To the business office. You go into the business office. And you have met Melico before. Melico is not in the business office. There is a gentleman there. And he says, "How? Oh, you're the delegation from Tyr. Are you here to inspect some more stone? We have some, we've been working around the clock to get the finest stone for you to inspect. I could take you out to the quarry and could show you some samples."
Look, I'm going to level with you. We obviously are appraising many possible options for the tier that the stone we're going to use in tier.
Well, of course.
And there are some concerning rumors about the stability of your quarry.
Where? What?
I'm just saying, if this is the kind of quarry and we did a thorough inspection here, this isn't one of those quarries that's riddled with secret tunnels, is it?
I do an insight check. I am curious.
On Regdar? What is wrong with him?
Oh man, you're gonna need to roll really high.
What is your insight check?
14. So
he looks legitimately bewildered. I
Legitimately
can assure you, sir. I don't think I caught your name. What is your name?
Regdar.
The first truth told in town.
Oh man,
Nice to meet you, Regdar. I can assure you the only tunnels that are in our quarry are related to quarrying the finest stone that you will ever see. There are no
We'd like to speak
secrets.
to Melico
Well, look,
if possible.
yeah, where's
Can you
Melico?
find
Yeah,
her?
right now.
we'd like to believe you. But where's Melico?
Melico did not come back. There, you may have heard.
Whoa. You
Come back from...
Yeah, you meant for that to sound less ominous, right?
I did. Melico has not returned. There was some Melico
No longer with us.
He's gone from us.
Melico has gone to a better place.
Tier?
here.
Well, that's not hard, quite frankly.
I like Kled. Better Kled than dead. Melico.
Accurate, slightly accurate.
There has been a kerfuffle.
Oh my god, a kerfuffle?
Uh-oh.
Is that like a
Involving
hootenanny?
A sinkhole and a band of adventurers.
I'm going to tell you, we in Tier, we don't cotton to kerfuffles or sinkholes or adventurers. They cause a lot of, well, it comes from kanks. We call it kankton.
They cause a lot of murder.
Yeah, you're telling me this town is shot full of adventurers?
No.
Rife with adventures, riddled with adventures?
Next you're going to tell us there's mining in town.
Yeah.
Well, there is a lot of mining in town.
Oh my god.
So Melico went away?
No, Melico took away. Melico did not return. She went to check out the sinkhole as a leading member of the community, and she didn't come back. I don't know
Is
where
it
she's.
unusual that she's been gone this long?
I wouldn't. It's not. I mean, it's a work day. I would expect her to come back, but mine is not the reason why. Mine is to quarry the finest stone on Athos.
We may
She's
want
at
to
Luther's
check in with
place.
some of the other believers and see if they're around or if they're having a secret believer meeting
Did
somewhere.
you just say that in front of this guy?
No, I'm saying that among us.
What does this have to do with
Okay.
stone? Would you
go
like to
visit the
see the
tanner.
stone samples that we have laboriously put together for you? We've spent many shifts getting them. Well, it hasn't been
No.
that long,
Nope.
but we worked all night.
No.
We look forward to doing that at a later occasion. Keep up the good work.
Could you tell me when?
Not this time. Next time.
When will next time be?
Oh, you know.
When we
No.
return. Like
The
Melico.
time after this.
When will you return?
Look, you seem like a nice fellow, but we
thank
prefer
you.
to do
You
our
seem nice, too.
communications
I don't know why
with
you carry
management.
vase, but
It's the Tier way of doing business. I'm
Oh.
sure you understand.
I don't.
Try not to get too bogged down in this small town politicking. Look, your town is garbage. I have had a long day, people.
But our stone is the finest, the Asian stone that you'll find anywhere.
Yeah,
I think
but
if you
there's
just take a
sinkholes
Well, that's true.
and Treckle Rock caves, and
you went to True
there's like that field with
Well, we
mud
heard
with
about it.
one guy in it.
Grund. You guys met Grund.
We did meet Grun.
He is a moron.
Hypothetically.
Yes. No.
Every group has one.
But he means well. He's harmless.
You know, it's like they always say, if you can't tell who's the idiotic barbarian in the group, it's you.
So you're telling me you're not going to look at the stone, and you won't tell me when you're coming back, but you will be coming back, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay. I don't understand.
Cross my heart and hope to tear.
I don't understand your big city ways of dealing with these things, but a man is
It's all
only as good as his
protocol.
word.
It moves. It's not like here in Kled where things move slowly and you just got time to look at rocks all day.
My job is literally to look at rocks all
Yeah,
day.
but you got to do it fast.
We did it really fast, and you won't look at them.
I'm starting to feel like we should look at this guy's rocks.
All right, let's look at the rocks.
Whoa, hey, whoa. Let's not get
All
ahead
right.
of ourselves here.
You got 20 minutes. Dazzle us with some rocks.
All right, he's very excited. He picks up a clipboard and says, "Follow me, gentle people."
Do they have clipboards in Athens? Like a kank board? Is that what you're saying?
It's a cake board. And,
It's made of
shows
one
you
big insect scale.
He shows you the rocks. They're very large stones.
Level with me how good these rocks are.
The roll something. Knowledge.
I am a Goliath.
I got 18 on rock check.
I got 6.
Well, these are some of the finest large pieces of rock you've ever seen. High
Wait.
quality.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
So could we finalize an order? How much stone do you need?
These
You
look
don't need
good.
this kind of high pressure rock cell.
We're obviously going to need to arrange transport
Would you like
so
me
that
to
we
send
can.
you some samples.
Yeah,
home so
we're
you
going to have
can-
to make sure these samples get brought back to tier.
All right.
These look good. These look promising, but obviously we'll have to have them checked over and
Of course.
appraised at the home office before we can place a larger order.
Mm-hmm.
But we appreciate how quickly you turned this around. It shows well that you're a good business that takes your business seriously.
We do, and our customers are what we value most.
Really, more than the rocks?
Yes, because without our customers, these rocks would just be rocks.
I've never thought of it that way. But I guess that's why you're in the rock business.
With our customers, these rocks are treasures.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say still rocks, but okay.
I'm worried this guy takes rocks too seriously.
Very excited about rocks. And he's going to obviously just continue to talk to you about rocks
so we're
for
gonna go.
a long
Until we
time.
leave.
All right, that's enough rock facts.
Slide out the
Also-
side door while he's going on about rocks.
There were 0 rock facts in that.
Okay,
All right.
so we've checked out the sinkhole.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Meliko and the rest of the believers might be meeting somewhere to discuss what to do about the sinkhole. So probably visiting one of the other believers' locales.
Yeah, I
or
agree.
they're down in the magic pit.
They might.
Ooh, the
might be.
magic pit.
The magic pit.
Well, they usually meet in the Tomb of Moving Stones, but we might want to go to like check on Luther and see if we've got
Yeah, that's what I'm
another
thinking.
Missing.
little piece of the puzzle of where they might.
He
be.
was at the tannery, right?
He owns the tannery.
That's right.
You
Is the tannery.
He is not.
Just to
He's the tanner.
because Regdar's having a long day. Team, could you remind someone's in
Oh my
Philadelphia.
God! It's like Philly.
You're welcome.
Scott brings Philly with him wherever he goes.
That's right.
Could someone remind Regdar what's the difference between the believers and the delvers?
The Delvers are the
bel-
dead dudes down in the pit.
Okay.
The
Delvers are the
believers
things that
worship
ship the
them and
Delvers,
think
yeah.
that the Delvers move the stones.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
Does it?
I'm not
Does
sure
it?
it does.
Story checks out.
That is consistent with how they have described them.
That is true.
Fair.
Oh, okay.
Fair.
Internally consistent. You
The
approach.
best type of consistent.
That's right. You approach the former warehouse that is now Luther's tannery, which reeks with the eye-watering, throat-closing stench
Oh, my throat.
of something they do not specify, but it is urine.
Ammonia.
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah. Keeping it real, people. Keeping it 100, as the kids say. I think they might say that.
Do
Anybody?
they?
No? Kids?
No one has ever said that. You're the first.
Write in, kids, if you say that.
There are no kids. Go to bed, Glenn's kids.
Keep it 100. And so it's well, it's not bustling, but they are going about their tanning business. You have met Luther before. You do not see him in there. People are ignoring you.
Either.
but you could talk to. There's a.
Me need
Where's
service.
Luther? We have a
Service.
tanning emergency.
A woman turns and says, "How can I help you? Did you? One of you bought a belt here. How is the belt or something? You bought
Belt
something.
great.
Oh, great.
We need to see Luther.
Oh, I'd like to see Luther myself.
Oh, where is he?
I don't know.
When's the last time you saw him?
Before the sinkhole,
What color is his hair?
sandy brown.
Story check out.
Done.
Are you a mimic?
I heard that, Erica.
All right, I think we've
Goodbye.
learned everything we need to from here. Yep.
Goodbye.
So where the heck did they all go?
It's
Well,
a mystery.
Should we go
There's
back
either a
down
meeting
into the
hall
sinkhole?
somewhere or they're in the sinkhole.
Should we go back down?
We could
into
go
the
back through the quarry and see if we could surprise them if they're in the moving stones temple.
I like
We
it.
could all put on masks and robes.
Yeah.
Should we
the
do
sort
that
of
now?
mind?
Flip to the page. If adventurers put on masks.
Yeah, flip to the costume party page, chapter 4.
Yes.
Okay, so my vote is we go back to the quarry and kind of peek our head in the tunnel and see if we can hear something.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you go back
Is
to
the secret
Melikos
door
quarry.
thin enough that we might be able to just to listen and hear if there's somebody talking back
We
there?
can go through that tunnel and
You can open it, and you could certainly hear something that's happening in the chamber of moving stones. So you do that. You stealthily skirt the business office because you know that the guy will come out and try to talk to you about stones some more. You see a lot of people working at the quarry again, working very hard in the area where the samples are, getting more samples out for you.
man.
We're the
You
worst.
skirt along. You find you're in the unused or fallow part of the quarry, and you find the secret tunnel. You go through the secret tunnel, and you are now standing before the secret door.
I listen to it. Can I hear anything through the door?
Give me a listen check.
What is a listen check?
That would be perception.
Oh. It's a 6.
You do not hear anything.
Hmm.
I got a 19.
You do not hear anything.
All right. Amal opens the door.
There is nothing in there except for the stones in the arrangement that you left them in, and the delvers on their plinths.
Amal goes back to the tunnel that leads into the other rooms, and he listens at that door.
So there are two doors. So you go through the first door into the hallway. I guess I can show the map again if
Yeah,
you
that'd
want
be
to
great.
be technical.
I do.
We all do. I love it very much.
Yeah, maybe now's the time to check out that northern tunnel since we're all here again.
I'm going to momentarily
There might
show
be a
you
meeting room up there.
It's only a
map
northern
that you
tunnel,
shouldn't
Steve.
see.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to show you another map that you shouldn't see.
If you're listening late at night,
There you go.
you may think the echo is not quite right. But it is.
Alexa?
They just carved it like that.
Okay, so you come through the secret tunnel.
So I'm going all the way up to where that difficult terrain is.
Oh, okay. So you open the door. There's the corpse of Bathar is gone. And you listen at the door.
Anything here?
You do not hear anything.
Great. I open the door.
There is nothing there.
Fabulous.
All the bodies are gone.
I'm gonna go listen at this door, where Grund was.
Give me a perception check.
I can do perception.
Are you guys really dressed in your masks and robes?
21.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
What could go wrong?
All right.
Yeah, we take a moment to help everybody get into their robes and masks.
Okay.
Again, they're really short on both Amwal and me, but
Stay
you
in the
don't hear
back row.
anything.
Sherlock is in.
Yeah.
All right, Alma will hop through this door.
I will describe this room. So exciting. You didn't come into this room much. I had to find it, though. Oh, here it is. The Tomb of Moving Stones. This is T4.
And 2 for T.
This big square chamber has been hewn out of the rock. In the center of the chamber's west wall is a stone door that has narrow viewing slit. That's the door you came out of. Beside the door is a set of iron bars bolted into the wall about 3 feet above the floor. 10 oil chains are secured to the bars, leading up to a hole bored in the ceiling. Another solid stone door is in the middle of the east wall, directly opposite you. An 8-foot-tall rectangular stone stands upright in the room's center. The stone has an inscription on it that's hard to read from a distance. At the foot of the... This
is where the kid was, Carlos says.
At the foot of the stone was where the small human was pinned.
Seamless.
What's the deal with the chains? They're attached to the ceiling, but they also are attached to bars next to the door.
So the chains, you look next to the door that you just came through, and there are a number of bars embedded in the wall. On those bars are chains wrapped around that lead up into a hole that is bored into the ceiling.
So pull on one of them.
You pull on one of them, and you hear something moving in beyond the door. The door that is opposite you is kind of slightly ajar. You hear some shimmy.
I'm going to run over there and look out the door and
That's
see if I can figure out what it is that he's moving.
Good choice.
So you go into this hallway.
Well, I open the door and I look out.
You look into this hallway, and you see that the ceiling consists of stone square panels about 10 feet on a side. Rusty iron frames surround each panel. The panels are suspended about several inches from one another, and the wall to either side. They form a row overhead that continues down the passage.
Hey, pull one of the chains.
Armand pulls a chain.
One of the squares moves up and then comes back down.
So is it is it impassable otherwise?
No, so the hallway is clear.
Yep.
If you look up, you see these stone squares, panels.
Okay. So pulling on them just moves the panels kind of up and down, or
Yes.
not so far down that you couldn't walk through.
Correct. You feel like you could if you untied.
You let them go.
One would come down
and go thwomp.
I cannot confirm if thwompage would ensue, but
just cool.
Cool.
Do you think that, just trying to figure out the function of this room, would lining the panels up via manipulating with the chain be useful, or is it just a defensive mechanism?
Squish people.
You squish people.
They all are at the same level, kind of. You could spend some more
time.
So
this is a defensive mechanism that could be triggered in an emergency or something.
Yes, and you will remember that Grund was stationed in this room.
Yeah, and I guess we could have had a horrible experience if we tried to come down this tunnel.
It would have been different had you tried
Fortunately,
to come down this tunnel.
We all would have been a whole lot shorter.
Fortunately, we took the convenient sidetrack that goes
Rats.
past it and one room beyond.
Yep.
Hey, I didn't design this.
Well, no, it's...
Cool.
Yeah.
I say we just... walk all the way. I'm also
you
going to
see-
go all the way through back to this.
You can see clear down the hallway. You recognize the hallway that you came into originally when you went down the sinkhole, and you see light coming into that big room where you came in through the sinkhole down that hall.
There doesn't seem
Coming
to be
from
anybody
above?
there.
Yes, nobody is there.
All right, we'll go all the way up to the big room.
Boop. There's nobody there. You
Are those guys who we were seeing, the constables who were on the outside? Are they just looking down at us?
A dwarf peers down and says, "Hey, what are you doing down there?"
Saving kids.
We're
Talking
lost.
to you, the big dumb one. What are you doing down there?
Mask and the cloak.
Oh, I forgot that. You are. Who are you? What are you doing down there?
It's just Almo just waves and then melts back into the shadows.
Do not disturb the Delvers. Do not disturb the Delvers. They must not be disturbed.
At least they can't
He
recognize us.
says to his constable, "I think I saw one of these stone monks down there, but he was saying something about the Delvers."
Is it possible?
Stone monks.
Is it possible to sidle along the edge of the wall all the way to the top of this tunnel here?
You can roll a stealth check.
All right, I'm almost gonna give that a shot.
Sacred stone monks.
Is everybody else coming along? Where's other people on
Yeah,
the map?
I don't think we should split the party at this point.
Quick question, Scott.
Yep.
Is this up here in the top left? Is this a different opening, or is that just an alcove?
That is an unrevealed alcove.
All right,
Everybody roll.
I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just walking on through.
11.
I think I got worse than that.
Apparently, so am I.
26.
8.
All right. I guess I should roll
5.
perception.
So
I guess
Shara
everybody's...
is fine.
All right. So the dwarf sees anybody who rolled under a 6.
Wait, under a 6?
Yes.
Yes!
You know,
I got an
guys,
8!
the Kled
Well, good for
Constable-
you, but I rolled a
Constable
5.
The dwarf
So-
thinks
I'm not-
one person in a robe went to the north.
He says, "Hey, monk, can we help you? Are you hurt?"
I give a thumbs up and keep walking.
I am unfamiliar with your hand signs, monk.
Whatever.
I am
Whatever
but a
horribly
simple
offensive.
constable. Please, a
Whatever Kled
verbal
version you want.
affirmation
Oh.
of your well-being would be appreciated.
I try to use a gruff voice similar to what one of the guys
Carlos
that we
just
killed.
answers for her and just goes,
thank you.
fine.
Thank you.
What are you doing down there?
Cleaning up the mess.
Monk business. Stay away.
Not monk business.
Monkey business?
Do not disturb the monks.
Interestingly, this adventure gives me no advice on what to do with this.
Story checks out. Move along.
Weird.
Players, that's what we call winning.
It
You
seems
have
like they
exceeded
would.
the bounds of this adventure.
Have you checked with Harburg? Is he okay?
We're doing that
He's
now.
fine.
Guys, I think this conversation's dragging out longer than we need to. Let's head
How
north.
many monks?
We have to go. Goodbye. And we disappear up the other path.
And you hear him say, "I guess monks do weird stuff."
Guys, you
You gotta
worry
keep
that
that
we
in my
may
back
be
pocket.
like permanently altering the mythology of this town?
Yeah, I think we violated the Prime Directive.
Yeah.
They are a pre-warp society.
I mean,
I think
You are
they are
members
pretty.
of
what do I not know
Right.
about Tyr?